Hello and welcome to the another episode of Inside Indian Football. It's episode number 33 today. So I think we have come a long way since we started these weekly live streaming since I think nearly 1.5 years ago. Welcome everybody. Yesterday we had a disappointing match against Nepal, so we'll discuss about that Durand Cup, analyzing Kerala Blaster FC Goa squad, decision of Bangalore FC, Hyderabad FC, and Jamshedpur FC sending their B teams and why they have done so, I League qualifiers and controversy related to that also. Also, we're going to discuss about Indian football, AFF joining Central Asia Football Association, and is India leaving SAFF or not? SAFF or not? So clarity on that, and in the end, we will also discuss on the ISL transfer window, deadline day, hype, and everything, because there are lots of questions everybody have regarding the various transfers which happened, how those transfer happened. Somebody like Ninthoi happened in the last moment. Was it a last moment transfer or Chennai was talking to him? So I will reveal all the details regarding to that. हिंदी में भी बात करेंगे, इंग्लिश में भी बात करेंगे, खेल खबर, बट थोड़ा सा बैलेंस करके चलना पड़ता है बिकॉज साउथ इंडिया में लोग हैं, केरला में हैं जिनको हिंदी नहीं आती है। तो आप अगर मुझे हिंदी में सवाल करेंगे तो मैं हिंदी में जवाब देने की कोशिश करूँगा। कोई मुझे बट जिनको हिंदी नहीं आती है उनके लिए भी थोड़ा बहुत देखना पड़ता है, तो बैलेंस करके चलेंगे। मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि सिर्फ इंग्लिश में ही बात करेंगे। यस बट हम पैरालंपिक कवर करते हैं। आप हमारा खेलना वाला जो पेज है उसको लाइक कर सकते हैं, फेसबुक पे, इंस्टाग्राम पे खेलना पे सारी अपडेट्स जा रही हैं, ट्विटर पे पैरालंपिक की सारी अपडेट जा रही हैं। थोड़े वीडियोस की फ्रिक्वेंसी कम है बिकॉज एंड वीडियोस भी जा रहे हैं बाय द वे। इंस्टाग्राम पे आपको हाइलाइट्स मिल जाएंगी, इंटरव्यूज़ मिल जाएंगे। यूट्यूब पे वीडियोस नहीं आ पा रहे हैं बिकॉज ऑफ दी इवेंचुअली जो कॉपीराइट का जो राइट्स के इशू हैं। हमें भी जो जो मिला है वो सिर्फ सोशल मीडिया, फेसबुक, ट्विटर एंड इंस्टाग्राम के लिए है, यूट्यूब के लिए नहीं है। प्रयाग से हिंदी चलता है बट आई नो प्रयाग बिकॉज दिस इज़ 33 एपिसोड, सो आई नो पीपल जिनको हिंदी नहीं आता है। तो उसी चक्कर से थोड़ा बैलेंस करके चलना पड़ता है। तो काफा इज सेंट्रल एशिया फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन, उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। पहले स्टार्ट करते हैं जो मैंने आपको पॉइंटर्स दिए। 5 पॉइंटर्स हैं आई थिंक। इंडियन फुटबॉल टीम की परफॉर्मेंस अगेंस्ट नेपाल, इंडिया ज्वाइनिंग काफा विच इज सेंट्रल एशियन फुटबॉल एसोसिएशन, or is India leaving SAFF? Clarity on that. Then which will be followed by Durand Cup squad announcement by Kerala Blaster, FC Goa, and then the decision of Bangalore FC, Hyderabad and Jamshedpur sending their B teams. Then of course we'll talk about I League and I League qualifiers and the controversy related to that. Many people wanted to know my opinion, so I will discuss that also. Then of course we discuss about ISL transfer window, and then in the end I will take all the questions from you guys like the normal routine. We are going to try a bit different setup this time, so hopefully you guys like it. While I'm speaking, because I will be going away and the chat might not be visible to me, so I will take question in the end. I think we have viewers from Nepal also joining on. My views on Igor's team tactics, Gaurav, I will just sum up in a one line for you. I am so disturbed watching India play that I stop doing those tactical videos because I keep on suggesting India should do this, and then see every time India doing same silly mistake. So that's why I don't have any motivation to make those tactics videos. Hopefully for ISL I will start doing it. By the time we have our normal studio will be also ready. So let's start with straight away with the Indian football team, performance against Nepal first game. I think first of all, commanding effort from the Nepalese football team and the amazing work by the Nepalese football fans. We should give credit to them. I think many people, and it includes me also, I personally felt that there is no benefit of playing Nepal because India is playing Nepal again in SAFF, in October. So my opinion was that never that I was never underestimating the Nepal because I knew Nepalese football. I knew Nepalese fans since last 10 years. I knew how big this match is for them. So my opinion was that, but many new Indian football fans who came, say you can say after last few years, they felt that India, it should, they should not play Nepal, they should play ISL teams. I think Nepal football team has answered those criticism by Indian fans. I think India was lucky to get that 1 point. I feel to get a draw. I don't agree to the Igor Stimac what he said after the game, that India should have got more from the match. I don't feel so. I think Nepal, the first half, they could have been 2-0 or 3-0 up. We were lucky that we just 1-0 down, or you can say Nepal that doesn't have that center forward who can score those goals. So, that's my opinion, and my opinion is very simple. I had tweeted during the first half that what Thapa has to do to start the game, and we seen that after Thapa came on, how much energy that lad has put in, on the pitch, on that midfield, and that Nepalese coach have said same. He said that we are dominating the game, and the number 7 from India came and he changed the game for the both the team. Uh, so that's the I personally felt that now second game is become very important. I thought that maybe India can win these games, improve their record, improve their start improving their ranking, because the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers ranking will be very important. Which spot India will be in decided by FIFA ranking. So I think we now Nepal ranking will increase after this game, because India is 102 or 103 and Nepal is in 180s. So I think their ranking will improve, but India's might go down. So that's the thing. Regarding somebody asked the press conferences of ISL and Durand Cup, whatever possible, we are bringing you to, guys. You have already a press conference of Odisha FC complete uploaded. We don't edit those because we want people to watch in detail if they want. We could have edited and put the small clips. We put the full press conference. We have seen the press conference of Super Paul on our channel. So we'll try to bring as many as possible. Of course, ISL last year we brought all the press conferences also on this channel. So don't worry about whatever we can bring, we'll bring. Yeah, so coming back to the game, I think Nepal did very well. I really like the way they were playing, the 4-3-3 formation, the forward were interchanging. I think India was got dominated tactically in the first half, and the Indian midfield got dominated in the first half. Even when, if you ask me, that we had Glenn and Suresh in the midfield. So Nepal is 168. So I can't keep the FIFA ranking of every nation, but yeah, Nepal is 168. Nepal ranking will increase because of this result now, because India is 102, 103. So I think that's the point I'm trying to make. And now these new ranking will be used for the deciding the pots for AFC Asian Cup qualifiers round 3. So that's why the FIFA ranking becomes very important during this time. So let's see, I think, what's happened with that. Now today's news, I think it came yesterday. It got hit in the Indian football social media today, that India is basically Central Asia Football Association announced that they have accepted the proposal by India to join CAFA, which is Central Asian Football Association. And they said that they're trying to make sure that India's youth team plays in the under 15, under 18 CAFA championship, which is going to take place this year. They are working on that. So there was rumors going on that India might leave SAFF. I have said this in past, I will say again, India will not leave SAFF for sure, because of the political reason. India is an important country in South Asia, and we can't just leave like that, because it's because of the international politics. So nothing more than, it's not a footballing reason, it's just because of the international politics we can't leave it. But what just now Kushal Das, AFF General Secretary, has said to Khel now, the court, he has said that India is joining CAFA as an invitational team. We want to be part of SAFF. We will stay in SAFF, and we're playing the SAFF championship. So he has cleared those rumors going on social media that India might leave SAFF. India is not going. As I said before, India just can't leave SAFF. It's not in the hand of AFF. It's the government decisions, and as I said, it's a international politics also involved with that. So his quotes, I will just said what his quotes is. We are very much part of SAFF. Will continue to remain part of SAFF. Our request to join CAFA was to allow us to participate as an invitational team for various youth, women, and other competition, subject to our commitments with SAFF, AFC, and FIFA. He said the intention was purely from a development perspective. I like the intention, and hopefully, the overall. If you ask me, that this will help Indian football, because of course CAFA is more competitive, but then this also mean more games for our youth teams because they doesn't play much games. They only play these kind of tournaments. So I think that's good. If you ask me personally, I will love to be part of ASEAN, because I really like the fan culture and the way they have their rivalries, between these nations. So I think India going there might be a big thing because of the, I think we might connect more with the Asian countries than Central Asia. But I think I welcome this step by AFF, and I think it is a great decision, to do so. So let's see. I think will India youth teams play this year? But of course they're going to play for sure. For the next year onwards, but they're trying to bring India in the this year championship. Regarding senior team, so there is still not clarification. What I understand is that that's also subject to invitation. If AFF get invitation for senior CAFA championship, they will play. And Mr. Kushal Das have not denied that this is just for you, for the senior team. He didn't say this is just for youth teams or the women's team. This is for all the AFF national teams. They will be part of the upcoming CAFA tournaments. So that's related to Indian football team and the CAFA. Now coming back to the Durand Cup, FC Goa and Kerala Blaster have announced their strongest squad out of all the ISL club till now. So they have announced their strongest squad. So let's move towards the Kerala Blaster squad first, and then we'll come into the FC Goa squad, and then also discuss about what Bengaluru FC and Hyderabad FC and Jamshedpur FC doing, trying to do with the Durand Cup, and which approach is right. So we'll discuss on that also. And is it good approach to send your youth teams or your B team, considering there is no preseason games available in the India, and this can be a good preseason tournament? I think the gap between Durand Cup and the ISL is a bit bigger, I think, for team purpose, because it's usually a 6-month preseason, 6-week preseason for the clubs, and it is more than 6 weeks, and that might be the reason. So coming into the Kerala Blaster squads, just give me 1 second. So let's talk about FC Goa squad first. Then we'll come to the Kerala Blaster squad after that. FC Goa squad, they announced their best team. So they have Naveen, they have Dheeraj as a goalkeeper. I think and Hirtik Tiwari is a third choice goalkeeper. Then of course similar we see all those names who are there in the previous season. Gama is there, Dicunia is there, Sensen Pereira is there, Kunal is there. Manushavan Fernandez is a new player coming from the development team. Papuya is another new player they have bring it from the development team. Saritan stays. Ivan comes in. Aibang is still part of the team. Mohammad Ali, recovering from injury, is still part of the team. Edu Badia is the captain now, I think, going ahead. They have also now Mohammad Neville, who is returned from Spain. His exclusive interview is coming tomorrow on this channel. In the end of the stream, I will show you the trailer of that interview, that what Mohammad Neville has spoken about. So we'll come to that. Princeton Rebello is part of the team. I think is one of the man to watch out for. Alexander Romario is had kept his place. Jesuraj is kept his place. Redeem Talang, Nokdamba Norim is the new man. Of course, Glenn Martins and Brandon and Briston Fernandes. Okay, there are two Fernandes. Makkanlal Chote is still there. Christy Davis, another new player. Then they have Devinder, Otis, and Dalton Calasso, another young, exciting going forward in form of the Dalton there. So this is FC Goa squad, and I think they have announced their kind of the best squad. The fourth player will join them in Goa. In Kolkata. So I think FC Goa is trying to win that that first trophy. Same Kerala Blaster is planning to do so. Similarly, they are also have announced their main squad. FC Goa has been training in Goa for a while, so it's that they're kind of ready. I think just seeing by squad of ISL team, I will say that the Kerala Blasters and FC Goa, they have the strongest squad compared to the other ISL club till now. That's my opinion. So just let me fetch the Kerala Blaster squad also for you guys. Supposed to be ready, but so this is Kerala Blaster squad. I'll just put the Kerala Blaster pick in the behind also, so that so this is the Kerala Blaster squad in your screen. What happened on the after the transfer deadline day, they have also mutually terminated the contract of Bilal Khan. So Sachin Suresh come as a third goalkeeper alongside Gill and Albino Gomes. I think there was rumors of Albino Gomes going away from Kerala Blaster. There was some interest on Albino Gomes for sure, but I think Gomes, Albino, and his representative decided to stay at Kerala Blaster. Of course, if he was supposed to be moved, the transfer fee need to be paid to the Kerala Blaster. So that's on the Albino Gomes and his saga. Then of course they have all their foreigners who have announced till now part of the squad. They have Jessel, like Abdul Haku is also there, who was linked to the East Bengal a lot in the before the transfer deadline, on 31st. But I think there was not as interest as people were making it on social media. For sure, Sanjeev Stalin has come back to the India now. He's part of the squad. Then of course, Dhananjay Mitey is there. Sandeep Singh. So here's an update on Nishu Kumar and Sandeep Singh also. So Nishu Kumar is just recovering from his injury condition. It's not a physical injury; it's a condition in his knee. So he's recovering. I think he's targeting the return in October. In that time, in absence of Nishu now, Sandeep Singh will likely to play the right back for Kerala Blaster. Or of course they have option in Harmanjot Singh Kabra also. But I think what I'm told that Sandeep Singh is the right back for the Kerala Blaster. Bilal left for the playing time. I think he's behind Albino Gomes, Gill at Kerala Blaster. I think, and going back to Real Kashmir where he made his name himself. He was there, I think, I-League goalkeeper of the year. So I think that's the reason he went. In midfield, of course, you have Jixon, Sahel, Rahul KP, Adrian Luna, Gaurav, Harmanjot Kavra, Gibson Singh, Ayush Adhikari, Prashant, Satyasin Singh, Vinci Beretto, Anil Gorankar. Of course, Satyasin Singh, Prashant, both were linked away from the move. Satyasin Singh was offered to various ISL club on a loan, on a permanent deal, but I think no ISL club came ahead and make that offer to the Kerala Blaster. In forward, of course, they have Diaz, they have Chencho, Bhutanese forward, which they signed on deadline day. And so I think just overall look of Kerala stock, they have a strong squad, if you ask me. But I personally feel they still need that foreign center midfield. Just going with somebody like Kabra, Jixon Singh, and Puitia as a center midfield option. Even Hari was telling me that even Adrian Luna is an attacking player, but Kerala Blaster is likely to play him in the box to box role. And then of course they have Chencho, Dias, who are also a forward. So and Chencho can play from left wing for sure. But what I'm told that the left wing position is kind of reserved for now. Sahel might play from left wing, that I'm told. And because Chencho can't be part of the playing 11, you wants to put your best 4 foreigners on the pitch. So I think considering everything they have right now, I think we'll see Sahel playing from left wing, just like Brendan used to play from left wing for FC Goa under Sergio Lovera, that a wide playmaker role. So I think that's on Sahel, I think, and it's important season for Sahel now. He has to do well, considering that he has been the kind of star boy for Kerala Blast. I think now it's this season can be the time when Sahel becomes the man of Kerala Blaster squad, because I think he need to be the main man in there as an Indian player now. I think he has shown his quality in the bits and pieces, but I think if he wants to be take the position at the national team level also, he need to play regularly for his club, and which he has not done as much as of his liking, in last few years, because of the various issues. But I think now it looks like that, he will be playing from left sided of that attack. So I think it will be great. I think FC Goa, Kerala Blaster going with the strongest squad in the Durand Cup. But BFC, they have sent their foreigners. And they have sent their foreigners home. And I think they are likely to send their mixed squad to Durand Cup. Hyderabad already announced their kind of a B team or U team squad. Jamshedpur is also sending their B team. I think because many of these teams have not started their preseason, so they can't say their first team for sure. I think you have to give credit to FC Goa, you have to give credit to Kerala Blaster. They plan their preseason in a way that they can have their first team available for the Durand Cup. I think credit to both the teams, and I think they goes favorite on paper, at least from here, alongside I think Gokulam Kerala. You have to give them credit. You have to count them. They are defending champion. And I think another team which I want to throw in mix is Mohammedan Sporting, playing already Kolkata Football League, playing competitive games, and Durand Cup is in Kolkata. So I think These four teams are, from my side, are the teams to watch out for. Of course, then you have young talents of Bengaluru, Jamshedpur, Hyderabad FC also, and then Delhi FC is also playing. So there are good teams. I think Bangalore United will have also good team. They can make some upset. So let's see. I think either of Kerala or Goa looks like to be a team from who will uh, can win this Durand Cup for sure. And I think Kerala Blasters still looking for the final. I think they are the foreigner, and still not done for sure. I think still talks are going on with the targets, and but I'm if you now this is my honest opinion. Nothing to be. Uh, People can take this as offense, but I didn't like the signing of Chencho for sure. I think if you ask me, if people can disagree for sure, and this is a personal opinion, nothing to do with Kerala, nothing to do with anybody. If you ask me, I would have gone with a center midfielder because they already have kind of two or three foreigners who are attacking players. Then of course uh, the midfield is so weak right now. If you see the midfield choice are Adrian Luna, if he plays box to box, but he's an attacking player. Then you have Jixon Singh, then you have Harmanjot Singh Kabra, and then you have Puitia. So I think you need that foreigner. Somebody like Eric Patalu would have been better suited to Kerala Blaster than Chencho at this stage. I think Chencho signing is people will like it or not, or people will hate it. Is like a tick mark to the just ticking mark the clauses, that you need that Asian foreigner to sign. It's compulsory to have a Asian foreigner in the squad. So I think it looks like a kind of a lazy scouting for me. Chencho has he's Bhutan best player, but we have seen he's played for Bengaluru in ISL. He's good at I League level, but I'm not sure he's that good at ISL level. If you ask me as a foreigner, so Eric Patalu could have been the better Asian player. If you're just talking about players from India who has played in, because he suits the squad of Kerala Blaster better, because they need that center midfielder who can control the game, the tempo. Because now you are if they don't sign the center midfielder, next foreigner, then I think they're over dependent on Jixon, Kabra, and Putia. So I think that's my opinion on Kerala Blaster signing Chencho. I think it's kind of a easy signing for them, or can say lazy scouting also, you can term whatever way. But this is my personal opinion, so I hope no Kerala Blaster fans take an offense on that. So and I will come to the questions, so don't worry, I have been prepared these sections. So let me complete this section, and then I'll come to the questions. So don't worry, people who are watching, that the question will be taken, so don't worry about those stuff. And if you're liking whatever we are discussing here, you can hit that like button. And we have tried this new format where I've been using more infographic, more pictures to make it more interactive to the previous live stream, instead of using just flat live stream. So I've been trying to experiment with the live streaming as much as I can. Priyag says, yes, I agree. I expected a foreign CM, but I believe Chencho will make an impact. Not saying because I'm a Kerala fan. As a neutral, he will make an impact. Um, Considering what I heard from the camp, two players from Kerala existing squad. Of course, Kerala doesn't have a left winger, but I am told Vinci, Anil, then you have Sahel. Sahel is of course going to be first choice on the left wing, because eventually you can start just four, right? So that's the point. If you have start four, I think how if you maybe from bench he will come and make impact, but then if you need your best foreigners on the pitch, first five foreigners, I think he will be sixth choice foreigner. And then of course you have Sahel, Vinci, Anil, and then I'm told Ayush is also been tried on a left wing by Killer Blaster team management, coaching staff. So let's see, I think how that go. uh, but I'm not saying they should have signed Eric. I'm saying they should have gone a profile like that who can come and play in the center midfield for them in a defensive midfield role. I think this is an important position. But whatever I heard from Killer Rasta camp is positive about their squad. So I think hopefully this can be the year. Maybe Durand Cup can be their first trophy, at the national level, of course. So I think that's on the Durand Cup. I think other than that, of course, Odisha FC have announced Odisha FC have announced their tie-up with the Watford FC. The press conference in full is available on our channel. You can watch it. There are lots of questions asked by various Indian football journalists. I think it's a start of a partnership, and what I'm told from the both the clubs and the people who are involved in the deal, that it's different, not like the not like the previous partnership we have seen in Indian football. They are saying the chances that they will explore the opportunity to bring player on loan from Watford youth teams or senior teams, whatever way, and send these Odisha FC kids to train in Watford. I think it's looked good. If you want to know in detail that what is the partnership all about, what they're thinking about, you can check that video. It's on our channel available. You can just go and after the stream you can watch that also. Now coming into the another bit of controversial part, which was I-League second division, I-League qualifiers and second division, whatever you could call it. I think I think the 29 clubs applied, or you can say was recommended by the state federations. And this is according to AIFF. I'm not saying anything from my side. AIFF, I think, to the media house, they said that the clubs will be preferred from the state which held their state leagues. So if state doesn't had a state league, then that club can't play in the I-League second division qualifiers. So that was the statement given by AIFF to Times of India, if I remember correctly. I have to just check the particular statement. And I'm told that and we did an article on bank guarantee and all that. 25 lakh bank guarantee is not easy for the clubs, but still only 12 clubs able to manage and give their final documents, and push everything, which is according to AIFF, which doesn't include the Tactro club, which run by Neeraj and the co, and which he came on Twitter and said we fulfill all the criteria, and I'm not sure why we are not in 12 clubs. So there are a couple of issues here which I want to highlight to the everybody, but to make people understand, I will make it very easy for you guys. In transfers, what happened is that a player can play for a club, two clubs, in a season, only two clubs. He can't play more than two clubs. So now, 31st of the August was the deadline, transfer deadline, for Indian players and for international player coming into Indian football. If I'm a player, and let's take an example of Garhwal FC, who was the 12th team who fulfilled all the document, and I am under contract with Garhwal FC. Okay. Now my club was qualified for the I-League qualifiers and they fulfill all the documents. I'm a player, young player, and I will try to explain very simple way. Now, if my club is not playing in I-League qualifiers, if they weren't selected, it was announced on 30 of the August. So that player has a 1 day to make a move to the remaining the selected 10 clubs. And that 1 day is not enough for the paperwork and everything to decide which clubs he wants to go. And now, because of this, many players who are under contracted with the various of these 29 clubs are not going to play any football, because there's nothing going to happen at state level. I-League qualifiers were of course a small 15-20 day tournament, but their best chance to show to the world that, to the other clubs, to scouts, that they can do well. And now those players, they doesn't have a chance, because they can't make a transfer to the another, even on loan, they can't go outside the window. So only way for them is to terminate their contract, which doesn't make sense, because the I-League qualifies just a 15 to 20 days 15 to 20 days tournament. So I think that's one side of it. They should have announced it beforehand, at least 1 week before transfer window starts, so that the potential player who is not going to play for the clubs, they can make a loan move to the clubs who have selected by AIFF. They have announced on 30th of August, 1 day before deadline. That's one issue. Another issue is here about the selection of the club called Corbett FC. I come from Uttarakhand. I have not heard anything about these lads, this club, and I think the justification given by AIFF sources to media is that they have renamed their club, but there is no league in Uttarakhand. Even the Corbett FC saying they have played league, there is no league. I come from Dehradun, I come from Uttarakhand, and I have been watching Indian football for years now, and I'm not sure how they are selected, on what basis they have selected, how they have fulfilled all the papers, everything. Other regular clubs who have been preparing for this tournament for 1 year, They have not able to done that. So I think my opinion is very simple. I am not the best person to say anything, but I think they could have make the selection criteria, and we did an article on the selection criteria when they announced the bank guarantee. But they should make the selection procedure, how they've selected club, why the club like Tektro have not been finalized in 12 teams, when the owner and the person who's running club said that we fulfilled every paper, we have done whatever was asked to us. So um, I think that's not good for the people who are trying to help football at the grassroots level. That's one point, and I think they should justify the selection on what basis they have justified. I'm sure they're not going to do it, but that's my opinion. Second thing which I talked about, transfer window, and these players. Say for example, I'm a Garhwal FC player, I'm a young player, and I League second division was the window. Qualifiers was the window where I can showcase my talent to ISL teams or I League teams. Now I don't have that window. I can't play in that tournament because my club is not selected. Neither my club was selected, nor I was given chance to make a loan move to the one of these I League qualifiers club. I think these are two major flaws in the current window, and I understand AFF is in hurry to do the qualifiers because because the I League need to be dependent on these qualifiers. So I think this is my theory. I think, and I have huge respect for the all the I Leagues qualifier clubs. It's by passion they are making sure the football is alive in the region. So hopefully, I think going ahead, the criteria, the procedure will be more clear from AFF side, so that these kind of questions can't be asked. Uh, uh, the Brazil, any update on Odisha FC striker? Is he signed in the team? What I'm told that they were talking very closely with the Brazilian guy. Uh, mm, just checking my messages. Jonathan Jesus is their man, which are they talking, and which they want to sign. It's signing. It's still not done, but I think it will be done in upcoming days. Regarding what signing, let me just put my screen back to the full screen now because we are in the ISL transfer window. Regarding signing, I think Northeast United has finalized their Asian kind of finalized the Asian player. It's still not done. The final paperwork and other stuff is remaining, but I think they will have the Asian player very soon. If you ask me, so I think that's on these two clubs. And Odisha FC is making the good team. I've said it again and I'm saying again. So let's see. I think what they do, what Northeast do with the Asian player. Just give me 1 second. Yeah, so talking about transfer window, I think lots of deals which didn't happen should have happened. I think somebody like Parveer Das was chased by Bengaluru, Chennai FC, and I think he was close to join Bengaluru, but then Bengaluru backed off once enough from a deal. I think there was a transfer fee kind of got agreed between both the clubs. Then Bengaluru FC backed off, and then they came back again, and then ATK Mohun Bagan increased their demand for him, because they agreed before, and the Bengaluru FC went back. But there was also what I'm told, that there was also an interest on Parveer Das from an Australian club. And I think I'm not sure what happened there because of COVID and all. Australia is also already having put India in a black kind of a danger list. But I'm told that there was an offer, not offer, but there was an interest from Australian club on Parveer Das. How that happened is Parveer Das used to play for India under 23 and I think Plan Arrows under Arthas Papas. Who is coaching in Australia right now? I think he recommended Parveer Das to one of those one of the Australian club. So I think, um, uh, but it didn't materialize. He's staying at ATK Mohun Bagan for sure. But there was interest from Bengaluru and Chennai FC on him also, I think. But now he could have left if Sandesh would have stayed. But with Sandesh leaving, I think they needed the Indian defender. They can't get a centre back, so I think that's why ATK Mohun Bagan kind of made him unpurchasable for clubs from ISL. And now talking about other players, Ninthoi. which came surprising for many people on the deadline day, on a deadline hour. And I have tweeted this. I think, I'm not sure many of you have seen that or not. For example, what happened is that, I was told 2 days before, there's possibility of Ninthoi going to Chennai FC, but they're working on a deal, and it was a complicated deal because Northeast, they didn't want to sold their two of their Northeast star, in the same window. They sold Apuya to Mumbai City, but just like Apuya, Ninthoi just have 1 year deal, 1 year remaining in his contract, and I think kind of later in the window, when the player made sure, player and his representative told club that they will not sign the new deal. Chennai FC came aggressive for Ninthoi. Now, if you see Chennai FC squad, they have Changte from one wing and Ninthoi from the another wing, and it's a good two Indian wingers, because if you have good Indian wingers, then you don't need a foreign winger to play on the wings. Then you can play foreigners in the important position like centre forward, centre midfield, centre back, so or number 10. Now, because Indian wingers can do good job, we have seen in the past. And around 10 p.m., 10:30 p.m. on deadline day, I was told that final paperwork is going on. It's going to get signed, and I think Khel now did broke an exclusive around 11:15 or 11:30. But that time the deal was agreed between both the clubs. But then Chennai FC has to initiate the transfer into the CRS, which is AFF system for managing all the transfers, players, their contracts, and everything should be uploaded there. And the source was tracking the deal. They were keeping check on that. Is not has Chennai uploaded those on time or not? They've uploaded just 3 minutes before the window get closed. 11:57 till 11:56. Chennai didn't upload any documents. There are lots of documents need to uploaded by the player contract, the agreement between both the clubs, what was the transfer fee. There are various details which need to be filled. And it get complicated. Sometimes your internet, your printer, sometimes it's not working, that's not working. And then they finally submitted those papers 3 minutes before the deadline, which was 12 in the night, midnight of 31st, you can say, or on the first, whatever way you want to take. So I think that was the, I think, deadline day transfer for me, because the way the transfer deal, the way what the transfer deal was done, it's just like in Europe, because deals doesn't come in the mainstream TV media in India, but in Europe, clubs media keep a track of these deals. They keep a track of when player is having medical, when they have signed the contract. So that was the I think there's a transfer of the deadline day. There was rumor came that Vinit Rai has signed for ATK Mohun Bagan because they have sent Purnay on a loan, and they were looking for an Indian midfielder. They did approach Odisha FC, but Odisha FC made clear that they don't want to sold Vinit Rai, because Vinit Rai has been not just part of Odisha FC, but part of their Delhi Dynamos before Odisha FC, and he has been the one of the main Indian player. And I think the way ATK Mohun came, they came very late in the window, which means that it doesn't have time to replace him. So if you ask me, if Odisha FC has blocked that move, I think they have not done anything wrong. Any club, they do similar, because they can't make themselves weak. They're trying to win the league. They're signing these foreigners, and then they can't allow one of the best Indian player they have to leave such a late in the window that doesn't give a time to replace him. I think that was it. I think Odisha never told ATK Mohun that he's available for the sale, or this is his price. So I think ATK Mohun tried to test it the ground there, but I think eventually Odisha made sure that Vinit Rai stays with them, because it's important for them. And I think what I'm told that the approach was not that serious like Ninthoi, like Apuya, other clubs have shown the approach. So I think lots of stuff happened on transfer deadline day. Of course, one of the major stuff was East Bengal signing all these players, and that was another deal in Dhanpal Ganesh, which followed at around 9:30 p.m. Of the deadline day. I think Dhanpal Ganesh has a big contract with Chennai FC. I think he's earning around over a crore or 20 lakhs. His yearly salary with Chennai FC, and of course he's not playing at Chennai FC, and this is 1 year deal remaining. So player wanted to go in a club where he can play, so that next time he can get the contract, because he's getting free agent by the end of next season, this season. So I think there were talks going on between East Bengal and Chennai FC, and the talks were going on for last few days, and eventually it came very close. Even East Bengal kind of offered him terms and condition, but the deal was delayed because of the discussion between Dhanpal and the club Chennai FC, because they needed to discuss the salary which Chennai FC is going to pay him, and I think that took time, a lot of time in the window. And because being in the last year of contract, player will not want to leave major part of his salary from Chennai FC, because East Bengal made sure clearly that they will not pay more than 30 or 40% of his salary remaining. And then there was a discussion between Chennai FC and Dhanpal Ganesh that what the amount which Chennai FC will pay. So I think once that got agreed late in the window, I think it was just one day before the transfer window deadline day. But eventually, when Chennai FC East Bengal offered that terms and condition and contract to Dhanpal, I don't know what happened out of the blue. They didn't told any reason to both the parties. They just said that that the deal is off. It's not happening. And I think I still have to figure it out what happened there, because eventually I didn't got time after since the deadline day, and then India games came. So I will try to figure it out that what happened in the deal. And East Bengal was very active. They sent Salgaonkar captain Daniel Gomez also by paying an undisclosed transfer fee, not much, but they paid the transfer fee. Chennai FC paid the transfer fee to the Northeast. It's not as much as Apuya one, but it's a decent amount. What I'm told, I can't reveal the amount because it's undisclosed amount, but it's a good amount which Chennai FC has paid. Now Northeast United has the money. I think they should utilize that money to get a good foreigners and maybe good Indian players from the free. If some Indian player free agent at this window, for example, JJ is still free agent. He has not signed his contract with East Bengal. So maybe getting somebody like JJ can be the thing for Northeast United. Bring him home. He can be the face of the club. So I think that's Northeast United should do. Where we can watch Durand Cup on TV on YouTube. I think it's Adda Time apps. And I have a say on that also. The reason behind say Durand Cup is organized by Indian Army, and Indian Army has made sure that they have been doing it for the development of the game, and they're doing for many years. It's the agency who is managing the game, this year championship. They have got Adda Times as a streaming or broadcasting partners. I'm not sure it's a good decision or not, because I'm very sure Army is not looking for any type of return from the Durand Cup, and they should have made sure that the telecast is available to the masses like DD Sports, any of these channels. There are lots of channels you're interested to go for a OTT app type Adda Times. I think it's not a good decision if you ask me, and I think this will decrease the visibility of the tournament. They should have kept the broadcast or streaming to the which is available. Regarding the Northeast United is and they want to sign up Asian centre back, and it might be from Northeast United, but I think it is finalized. That's what I'm told. I think final paperwork is going on. They eventually shortlisted 3-4 Asian centre back, and I think one was from a very good international team, international from a country who was doing well in Asian football. So I think, but still not done deal. So once it done deal, so we'll let you know. What about Chinglen Sana, ATK Mohan swap player deal? I think Chinglen Sana has that a long-term contract which was agreed in the March or April between both the parties, which club didn't announce. Then there were the clubs who were looking for Indian centre back, somebody like FC Goa. Sandesh went, ATK Mohan were desperately looking for centre back, but then they already agreed the deal for the extension, and I think Chenglan Sana also wants to make sure that he plays regularly at this stage, and I think there was no as such discussion between the player and the ATK Mohan Bagan, so he decided, and that was, of course, they checked for his availability, but I think they were told that he is not available at this stage. Did Kerala Blaster offer any club transfer fee for their players? So I think for the Sporting Goa player which has joined Kerala Blaster, still to need to get NOC from Sporting Goa, was the Kerala Blaster offered an undisclosed transfer fee for him, not much, but it was like an add-ons based on what he do with Kerala Blaster, but there's a transfer fee involved in that. What happened with Arindam case, says Amlan. Arindam, I think, of course, Arindam want to be first choice, And when HK Mohun Bagan, Khel now exclusively break that when they have signed Aminder Singh for that mega 5-year deal with the, wages over 10 crores, there is no way that player is going to sit on the bench, because the club is already paying him so much money. So I think Arindam, once this season got ended, the preseason started, he knew that Aminder Singh is number one. He has a 1-year deal remaining, and then he had a discussion with the owners and the club management and asked for a release. That's why his contract got the mutually, you can say, terminated, so that he can join any club as a free agent, and he can join any club now even after transfer window is closed, because he's a free agent. He has an offer from East Bengal. He has offer from two more clubs. Still not finalized the offer. Regarding Anwar Ali, I think I tweeted. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you can go and follow me on Twitter also. I will just put my Twitter ID, which is 7Negi Ashish. I think it's on a description tab also. Regarding Anwar Ali, I think he will stay with Delhi FC till 1st January at least. As of now, there is no kind of offer for him from any club. The offer which he has is not that good, the offer he has, I'm told that it's kind of a small deal. It's not a big long term contract, this kind of offer. So I think Anwar Ali will stay with Delhi FC till January. I think then they will, his representative and they will, kind of go back in January again and talk about that which clubs he can join, because Indian centre back is in a demand, but then he wants to play football. He don't want to sit on the bench. So I think he will play Durand Cup. He will play I-League qualifiers with Delhi FC, and I think then we'll see what happened on the 1st January. If Delhi FC qualifies for Delhi FC, if they qualify for I-League, he might stay there and play there. But I think at this stage, what I'm told, that he's staying with the Delhi FC for upcoming at least qualifiers and Durand Cup. So we'll Anwar Ali finally will play top India level football in Durand Cup. He has played state league, but now this is the time where he will play the top level football in Durand Cup. Northeastern United is the most profitable club in the transfer window. You can say that 2 crores, nearly they made 3 crores from 2 players, so that's not a bad signing of season according to me. I think Indian player signing, of course, it will be, you can say, Apuya, because the way the transfer was done, the amount of money. The amount of money is involved in the deal. I think Apuya will always be there. Other players also are there, which you can't ignore. But you can't say that I think Apuya was the signing. Other than that, there's on CVs. If you see, there are Kerala FC Goa striker is good, but what I'm told, even the Kerala Blasters the foreign striker, the Spanish guy they have signed, it doesn't have scored many goal in recent years. But what I'm told, the way his profile is, and the way somebody was watched him play, Alvaro Vasquez, his name. Recent time he has not scored many goals, by the way, but I'm told that if Kerala Blaster can make the team around him, he can be one of the best goal scorer in ISL history. So, and this is not my words. This is the words of the people in Spain with whom I was talking to when I was trying to know about this player. So I think he can, and again, CV wise, maybe recent time his CV is not that good because he not scored. I think he just scored, for example, in 2021 season, he scored just 1 goal in 25 games, and which is not good for a centre forward. Then if you go to 1920, he just scored 5 goals, 2 assists in 1920. And then 18-19 also he has not scored much goals. Again, there also 18-19 he scored 10 goals. So in last 3 seasons he scored 16 goals. But what I'm told, the profile of him is so good that if Kerala Blaster can make the team around him properly, he will score goals and he can be the good player. But I have to go through all the foreigners before deciding the best foreigners of the transfer window. I think let's wait for other clubs to complete their all foreigners. Then maybe I will bring my list of 4 or 5 foreigners which I liked very much. But at this stage, I think FC Goa striker, Kerala Blaster striker looks good. And then of course, ATK Mohun, their foreigners always have been good. So we have to wait and analyze those players before coming on the conclusion. My Durand Cup favorite from ISL club is Kerala Blaster. FC Goa. From I-League, I have Gokulam Kerala, Mohammedan Sporting. Underdogs, I have Bangalore United and slash you can say Delhi FC, but I will go with the underdog as a Bangalore United. Draw आखिर कब तक? We fed up, we missed AFC 2018 matches of India and their performance. I think now people are missing what Stephen used to do. At least and I've been saying this. It's not that I've been saying now. People who have been seeing this channel, who have been seeing me, they know my. We should be defeating SAFF nations. I've been saying this for very long. Under Igor Stimac, we have now struggled to beat Nepal. We have struggled to beat Afghanistan. We have struggled to beat Bangladesh. Now we're going to play Maldives and Sri Lanka also in the SAFF championship. Let's see how we do there. So I think sacking him, it's not the option anymore because he's already given a new contract. You don't have a time to replace the coach. Indian fans trended sack Igor after the game, during the game. I think, but I am not sure they will sack him at this stage. I think he will stay. Team need to do well. He need to make sure that he do well. His tactics and everything was not that good. And Rancho Roshan from Nepal says, will India will able to play draw with Nepal again? He's saying that Nepal is going favorite in the next game. And now many people have been tagging Stephen Constantine that we miss him. I was fast time waiting for Nepal game. It got better than Nepal. Indian players, says someone Vista. He's saying I was liking the Nepal game because it was better than Indian games. I think it's a more of a tactics formation, the way they were given instructions. I'm not sure at this stage. Let's wait for the Sunday game, how that goes, and maybe during the team news of the match, many people were asking for a watch along. I'm not sure I will be able to do the watch along if India is not doing well. I get very fed up, very sad, very angry when India doesn't do well, and if people want to see that, I don't want to show that for sure. And if I'm doing a watch along, then I have to be very suffocated and sit politely and then watch the game. That's not the way I watch football. So let's see when Chennai start their preseason. Same date which I given earlier in the videos is 15th, around 15th September. They will get the squad ready. Do you know the departures from Odisha FC? If yes, then you can name them. Odisha FC, I have to go through squad. I think their departure, which George D'Souza joined for example, Bangalore United on a loan. So they have these kind of departures. I'm not sure any regular player have left. Other than that, of course, the foreigners which they have replaced. Did Mumbai buy any striker at this stage? They have got Igor Ingalo in their team, so I'm not sure they're looking for. They will look for a secondary striker. Sajal Opera likes to have two strikers in his team. East Bengal foreign updates. I think it's on Robbie Flower for sure. I think he's finalizing his players. It's nothing to do with the officials in India. He will select foreigner, give a list to the team management, and then they will, of course, he will sign him. So at this stage, it is still not done. I don't even care about national team result anymore. Only watch them to my club players, says Chirag Rawat, which is not a good situation, by the way. Kerala Blasters won against Jammu and Kashmir, so that's good. I was not able to keep a track of that today. Mumbai update. We won the 13 medal in Paralympics. Archil Harinder Singh gets bronze. Yes, you can follow Khel Now social media handles to get all the update of Indian sports, including Paralympic, which is going on. East Bengal coaching staff, Ravi Flower, yeah, all the coaching staff and Ravi Flower will stay. So now here's the question for you guys. I have Mohammad Neville trailer for his interview, exclusive interview with footage from Spain, his goals, training footage also coming very soon tomorrow on channel. Do you guys want to watch it now or at the end of this stream, which we are nearly at the end? So let me know. If I get everybody want to watch it, the trailer right now, I will put the trailer on. It's set. I have to just play it. So let me know. And Mohammad Neville belongs to Calicut, Kerala. He was part of Reliance Youth Foundation, played against Arsenal, Manchester United, and then went to Spain to play football. Of course, signed with FC Goa, and then now back in India. I am told that he is doing very well with FC Goa training setup, and I think he is the man to watch. The wonder kid to watch from youth players in this season, not the man. I think he will do well if given chance. So if anybody, if you guys want to watch it now, let me know. I think many people are saying now. We will follow Durand Cup. Don't worry about it. You will get all the news regarding Durand Cup on Khel Now. So don't worry about it. I will just put the Durand Cup Khel Now's link, which you'll get everything. Let me just put Durand Cup link first, and then I will play the trailer for sure. You can get all the Durand Cup news on Khel now on this link. Just bookmark this link for Durand Cup. I'm putting on chat. I'm pinning on the chat. This is for Durand Cup. This is a pin comment. If you go to this link, you will find all the news related to Durand Cup right now. So now I'm muting myself and I'm playing the Mohammad Neville interview, a trailer, not full interview. Full interview, you can watch it on our channel tomorrow for sure.
A turning point for me in my life. No, even I don't remember the date. Definitely a turning point for me in my life. And that's the reason who I am right now. So Reliance Foundation RFIC sent me to Murcia in Spain. At the starting, I wasn't really confident. 7 goals in 12 matches. Scanning is the most important for a midfielder. There were some of the other clubs also interested in me. I had a small chat with the coach Juan Ferrando in Spain. Like to dribble, like to pass, like making jokes with other teammates. Forza Goa!
This is just trailer. There's a full video where he's discussing about his roots to in Kerala, Calicut, how he started football, how he got selected for Reliance Youth Foundation Young Champ program, then how he played in those tournament before getting selected to play in Spain, and then of course signing for FC Goa, and he has offer from other ISL club. Why he signed for FC Goa? What he had learned from Spain, how he played in Spain, which trials he gave in Spain. There is all detail in this video. It was supposed to come today, but I think we eventually wanted to make more changes to the video, and I think you will get that video tomorrow. So look forward to this video, I think, and it's a good video for a young player to share his experience from Kerala to going Mumbai, then going Spain, now coming back to Goa to play in ISL. And I think he is the man to watch for sure. And hopefully you guys will like this video. We're trying to bring this kind of content for you guys, unique content about Indian young footballers, where they come from, how they're selected, how they've started their football journey. So this is the place to subscribe to our channel. Subscribe and get all these kind of videos, and of course the regular live streaming we have been doing. The video content is going to increase day by day, not just for Indian football. We're going to bring lots of kabaddi, lots of Indian sports videos also on this channel. Hopefully you guys keep on watching and everything. Let me take few questions now before we wrap up this show. I think today's, and also the new setup which we have tried today, putting pictures, putting creatives. How was it? Because if I go and read whole squad of FC Goa and Kerala Blaster, it was not easy for you guys to understand, or for me to say again and again, because people keep on asking that. So you guys let me know your feedback regarding the setup we have used today. We're going to improve this setup, and of course we're going to bring you more and more videos going ahead. Caleb last investment update. The last update I gave Priyag, I have that only. I have no more update at this stage. I have to wait. Chencho transfer, is it worst? I will not say it's a worst transfer, but I think it's a lazy transfer. I think it's a lazy scouting, a lazy transfer. Chencho can make his impact. He's a good player, and Caleb Lasta need that left winger. But does that mean that they will drop their first choice foreigners? I think unlikely. He's more likely to come from bench. I think they could have signed a center midfield Asian player for sure. Rancho says, we have been doing good job. Thank you, bhai. And all the best to Nepalese football. I have been following Nepalese football for very long, and I hope the Nepalese league get better so that they qualify for AFC Cup group stage. I want to see Indian club going home and away to Kathmandu, play away game, then Nepali club coming to India once after the COVID over, and that will be a great experience. And I think there's a bucket list on my to-do list. I want to watch a football game of Indian club playing in Kathmandu. I just want to feel the atmosphere there. I have seen videos. I know my friends in Nepal. They have told me many things. I think that's a one thing to do from my list for sure. Why AFC using a zone system like SAFF, Asian, when they can implement the same system which UEFA does? Their club system will only get better if they use UEFA system, Rohit Pal. So there's a reason behind they use these zone systems, like traveling. Traveling is not easy in Asia as in Europe. You can get a hour flight and you can change countries in Europe very easily. But for example, if Indian club need to go West Qatar, or you need to go, just take an example, a Japanese club need to go Qatar to play, it's not easy. the travel time became a lot, and then the club have domestic leagues, how they can manage this travel time. I think that's the only reason they had a zone system before, which is West Asia and East Asia. I really hate what they have done now. They have made these small zones: Central Asia, South Asia, ASEAN, Southeast Asia, then West Asia, then East Asia. I think it's damn confusing. The previous system of conference model was better. Only complaint from my side that India belongs to East Asia, not the West Asia. So I think that's the reason they can't have a Champions League like format where you say Japanese club playing Qatari club, Korean club playing UAE club. The traveling time became a lot, and it's not easy when you have a domestic league also going on side by side. Who are favorites from I League qualifier from each group? I will just I will add that article open from my side. I will just go and bring that article. I think favorites for sure is Bangalore United and Kerala United. The way they have made their the squad ready. So I think they are one of the favorite club from if you ask me. Just let me open all the list of the clubs before I don't want to give a wrong information. Yeah, just let me just open this. Give me some time. Yeah, so I think from Group A, just wanted to open the group. I think because it's a knockout format, then you will have a quarter final, which means that from every group, 3 team will qualify. Is it? Is it quarter final next? A1, A2, A2. B1, B2, B1, B2. I think it's a semi-final where they play Humanagi. I'm not sure what kind of model. So let's come to the group first. Rajasthan United, Hydra, Kashmir FC, Renit FC, Madan Maharaj, FC Bangalore United. From Group A, I'm picking team Bangalore United and Renit FC. I think they are the two teams who will qualify from Group A. From Group B is Corporate, Kankere, Ara, Kerala United, Delhi FC. I'm going ahead with Kerala United and Delhi FC. Now, out of these 4 teams, anybody can win for sure. So I think, but these are the Renit FC is the underdog team to watch out for, and then of course Bangalore United, Kerala United have been preparing for these qualifiers for very long. So let's see how they do. When Hyderabad first team players start their preseason, I think mid-September, everybody is targeting the date. Kerala United have a good chance with the qualification. Yes, their squad is good, but Bangalore United have done good signing, by the way. They have the foreigners who has done well in I-League. They have signed experienced foreigners, both of them. I think they have a good team also. But I think they can play 3 foreigners. Third foreigner need to be from Asian country. And that's what I'm told. So three foreigners are allowed. Albert Greg Stewart from Rangers to Jamshedpur. I have not heard anything about they're signing a Stewart, because they already have Murray. They already have Vasquez. Then they have signed another Indian forward also. I'm not sure they will sign. I heard nothing, but I'm not sure they will sign him or not. Kerala Blaster with no foreign midfielder. I don't hope so. I hope they will sign a foreign midfielder. It's important for them. But considering their squad right now, I think they need that foreign midfielder for sure going ahead, because their Indian squad is Indian midfielders are not that they have Harmanjot Singh Kabra, Jixan Singh, and then they have the another guy, Puitya. He is also a good player, but the experience wise, he's not that good. So now they have only one position is remaining, and I think that one position, it will be the centre back. So they are going with without a foreign midfielder. Can they take a risk of going with a foreign defensive midfielder and then play an Indian centre back? I think which will be tricky at this stage, because of course they have a good option. They can play. I'm not sure who can they play the centre back also, because then you have Dhanachandar Mitei, Haku. Are they first choice centre back for a club like Kerala Blaster? Then Ruiva is also there. Nishu is still recovering from injury. I think that's the reason I don't like Chencho signing. It's not a balanced signing if you ask me for sure, because it doesn't give Kerala Blaster balance. Chencho is a good player, I'm saying, but the kind of squad they have right now, they need that foreign centre back and foreign defensive midfielder. But now they will go one of that player. So I think let's say what they do and eventually how they do. But if they sign a centre back, foreign centre back, which looks like a likely at this stage. Luna is the midfielder, but he's a more of attacking midfielder, and I was told that he will play in a box-to-box role. But he's not a defensive midfielder. He's not a number eight. He's not a number six. He's a number eight, advanced number eight for sure. So I think they needed that centre back they will sign, but I think instead of Chencho, they could have gone with the centre midfielder and then get a foreign centre back, and they already have a two attacking foreign players, So I think that's why their foreign department is not balanced. They have Diaz, and then they have this Alvaro guy from Spain. He's a good player. And I think that's my reason. I wanted them to sign, a Asian defensive midfielder, something like Eric Patalu or Asian centre back. Talking about balance, I think at this stage, of course, HK, Mohun Bagan foreigners are very balanced. I'm also Chennai FC has gone with retain their Rafal Calavarlo, and then they have signed one defensive midfielder and one centre back, and they have two and one winger and one striker. So one striker, one secondary striker, one number 10, one defensive midfielder, and one centre back. But they have their Asian player sorted, so they can go for another foreign centre back. It's kind of a balance for them. Goa, just like always, I think they have maintained the same kind of structure they have with the foreigners. Talking about foreigners, Hyderabad FC, I think they have retained the defensive midfielder in the form of How Victor. Then of course they got Ogbeche as a forward. They have Joel Chinaz who can play on the wing, Juanan as a centre back, and then of course they have signed a forward called Javier Severo. So it's like a good. I think only thing is that they don't have only have one foreign centre back, but then they have Sana who can play the centre back, so that's given them advantage. I think they have a balance. Their balance of foreigners is decent. Talking about Jamshedpur, they have Alex Lima as a number 10, LCV as a centre back, Peter Hardby as a centre back, Vasquez, Jordan Murray. So if you see this team, I think considering they have Alex Lima who is an advanced forward, is if they sign Garrick Stewart, I think this will be a similar issue like Kerala Blaster. They need that foreign center midfielder to come in, because that's your spine of a team. You can't have a spine of a team with the lesser quality player. They have already a Murray, they have already a Vasquez. I think they should go with that. Talking about, I've discussed about Kerala Blaster. I think I would have loved to sign center midfielder from Asia or a center back from Asia, which would have given them better balance instead of signing Chencho. Talking about Mumbai City, of course they have signed Brazilian forward Gabriel. Then they have already a Fall and Zahu at their, and then sign that they signed Igor Ingalo. So they have number 10 in Gabriel, forward in Igor Ingalo, defensive midfielder in Zahu, centre back in Fall, and that there's now they signed kind of a centre midfielder or attacking midfielder in form Brad Inman. So I think that's also balanced, and I think what they will look for now, get a centre back for sure. I think they will look for another centre back. Northeast United have just signed Santana, who can play the defensive midfielder at this stage, and centre back also. Now coming to Odisha FC and the balance of foreigners, if you ask me, Jonathan Jesus looked like a very good signing, one of the best signing of this season. You can say one of the best. I have to check complete profile before saying who are the top 5 signing. And then of course they have signed the Kabara as a winger. He can play secondary striker also. Rodaz as a centre back. Javier Ned as a defensive midfielder. Victor Mongal as a another defender. And then they have of course a Malaysian international, Linden, who can play in the attacking position, can play in midfield. So I think their foreigners look balanced. Only complaint with if Jamshedpur goes with Greg Stewart and Kerala Blaster, they're likely to go with the foreign centre back. I think they look bit unbalanced to me. I think Kerala Blaster should have gone ahead somebody like Eric Patalu or a centre back like Fox, which Goa has signed. That would have given them more balance, if you ask me. And I'm not saying Chencho is not a good player. He's a good player. He will make differences from bench. But again, I think signing that center midfielder would have given them a better option and better balance in that squad. And this is my personal opinion. You guys can agree and disagree for sure. Team of FC Goa in Durand Cup. I think Mr. Saurav Singh have joined a bit late. So you FC Goa squad. I will just try to change it for you guys. We have discussed about FC Goa squad, so you can go back and rewatch it. I don't want to waste other people's time. So they have announced full-fledged squad, by the way, all foreigners which are available with them. So don't worry about that. Podcast with Carolis, we are trying. I think we'll want to do podcast with Nikhil, also the owner. Ask Saji about AFF selection. Has told it was in 2024, and you told it's end of the year. Any word truth? I think Mr. Praful Patel and Mr. Kushal Das tenure is over. They are extended because of the COVID. I'm not sure it will be in 2024. I have to check with Saji. Mr. Saji, who is president of Delhi Football Association, will check. But I think it should happen. It was supposed to happen this year and the early next year. Anyone like to go abroad like Sandesh? Everybody wants to go abroad, but they don't make that effort to go abroad. That's very simple in India. If you ask any player, they want to play for Real Madrid, they play for Manchester United, but then they are signing 4-5 year deal with the Indian clubs, sitting on the bench. So it's not about wants to go. It's not a will. They need to put an effort to go abroad. Does Duncan played any match? He has not played. He's recovering from his injury. I think once he recovered, then he will be available for this selection. Will we both play Kafa and SAFF senior competition for every edition? What Kushal Das have told Khel now is that it's an invitational basis, and if schedule allow, India will play all the tournament of Kafa, but it need to be make sure that it doesn't doesn't get alongside of AFC, FIFA, and SAFF games. How can I join Khel now? You are already part of Khel now community. Don't worry about it. Please preview ATK Monmagan. That will do. That's a big game. So of course you have to do it. And of course you can follow me on Twitter. My ID is mentioned here, I think. And of course you can follow me on Instagram also if you want. And I keep on tweeting some kind of interesting tweets. If you guys like it, you can follow. I don't post any transfer news and like India will not leave SAFF. For sure, that's already cleared in the early part of this video. You have to watch it again. India is not going to leave SAFF, so that's already clear. Consider yesterday performance, will India able to win SAFF? India goes as a favorite on SAFF on paper, for sure, and it is. I think I'm not sure where is my Twitter ID is. I think it is somewhere here, so you can take it. I think on paper India will go on favorite as in SAFF, but with seeing the current performance against Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, I think we are not favorite. FC Goa favorite, so Durand Cup, I will pick FC Goa, Kerala Blaster, Gokulam Kerala, and Mohammedan Sporting, 4 teams to watch out from both the leagues. I'm not going to just pick ISL teams, both the leagues they're favorite. And then of course you have Bangalore United, who's go as a underdog or surprising team from my side. Will main team play in CAF next year, or we are sending youth teams to KAFA games? We are not going to see youth team to the senior KAFA championship. We are going to send our youth teams to the under 15 championship, under 18 championship, and we'll send our senior team to the senior championship if schedule allowed. If because there is SAFF games, SAFF schedule, AFC schedule, and FIFA schedule. Let's give a new nickname to Igor Stimac. I don't want to give anything like that. Don't want to get any controversy. So I think thank you for everybody for joining in. If you're not like this video, do hit that like button. We have just 21 likes away from 200 likes. There are lots of content coming up. As you have already seen, Mohammad Neville interview trailer. It's coming tomorrow for sure. I think it will be ready, and do watch out for it. It's a good interview about his journey from Calicut to Bombay to Spain, then coming back to Goa to play in ISL. It's a good interview for the young players who want to understand that how they can do it. Deepak did well for ATK Mohon interzone semi-final as he got 2 yellow card. I have to check suspension rule for sure. GR Tamil, I'm not sure about that. You have to read all the AFC guidelines before saying anything about that. Indian content in Nepal will be available for Durand Cup, or they will have to quarantine. I'm sure India didn't quarantine once they went to Nepal. I'm not sure they will quarantine when coming, because sports, there is exemption from governments if you can apply on time. Does the need of POI and OCI players exceeds? I don't think so. I think it's our it's not in the AFF hand. So I think we should not bring PIOs and OSI issue every time we play bad. If Sunil Chhetri was 10-year younger, he was sure to be bought by European clubs. He was bought by a Sporting Club de Portugal, by the way, when he's 26. But that's also very late for Indian players to go out. Partnership with foreign club do make differences. I will make a detailed video about it very soon, that how can it can make differences for sure. Akhilesh Benny, for example, just take example of in ISL, Dortmund is trying to help Hyderabad in their grassroots development. It's a different kind of partnership. Then there is a partnership between ATK Mohun Bagan, Atletico de Kolkata and ATK Atletico de Madrid. That partnership was different. They had the owner of the club that time. Then of course Atletico de Madrid went in partnership with Jamshedpur FC to support the Tata Football Academy. So partnership can be different. It's all about the outcome, objective, and how serious both the parties are about the those objectives and the outcome. I think we have to wait for the Northeast article on Khel, because still I think there's some terms and condition, medicals, and these kind of things remaining. Hearing that some players of Kerala United will go to for training and trials, it's good if they're going. Durand Cup live, I think it's premium, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's free or not. That's my complaint with it. They should have made it available for the masses, and Indian Army is not doing it. Yeah, let's resume. So I think hopefully, I think it's buffering the video. Not sure what's happening there, but if it ends, thank you guys for watching it. Maybe I'm facing some internet issue here. You can hit that like button. We can reach 200 likes. Not far now, just 7 likes remaining. And of course, I will see you guys again on Sunday when India's playing. Before the game, we'll have a 1-hour discussion on lineup, and we'll preview the game on Sunday only before the game, I think. Not on Saturday this time. That's what we are planning. And we will try. If you want to watch along, maybe we'll try this time and do a watch along. I'm not sure, but that will be only available on Sunday. The Mohammad Neville interview is coming tomorrow. There is issue of buffering. Yes, it is buffering. I can see that. I'm not sure what happened there. Eric and BFC is no update. Anil Malu is saying I have no latest update. I have to wait for that to go. Who is the next player most likely to go Europe? I think Shubho Paul can be the guy. He's done well in Germany, what I heard. So let's see. I think there is some issue with my internet, but I will bring the video on partnership between all the clubs in ISL or I League or the second division for sure. Any more domestic signing left? I think they're trying to do something with the domestic players from I Leagues who are available on the free agent. But let's see. Can FC Goa win Durand Cup? I think there goes on paper favorite FC Goa and Kerala Blasters, just based on the squad they have announced. So I think connection is better now. So my voice will be better for you guys. So let's see. I think we have crossed 200 likes. See you guys again on Sunday. Mohammad Neville interview is coming on tomorrow. If you guys have not watched the trailer, I will just play the trailer one more time. Those people have joined us late, so that you knows that what's coming tomorrow for sure. Just let me play it for you guys.
The day, definitely a turning point for me in my life, and that's the reason who I am right now. So Reliance Foundation RFIC sent me to Murcia in Spain. At the starting, I wasn't really confident. 7 goals in 12 matches. Scanning is the most important for a midfielder. There were some of the other clubs also interested in me. I had a small chat with the coach Juan Ferrando in Spain. Like to dribble, like to pass, like making jokes with other teammates. Forza Goa!
So this video is coming tomorrow for you guys to watch it out. and share it all across, because if it get good views, good number, good engagement, we will try to do more and more these kind of videos for you guys, a background story of the young Indian players. So let me know feedback about today's shows and upcoming videos. You can hit me on Twitter. My email ID is displayed on the screen, link is in the description for sure. So thank you for watching, guys. Looking forward to the next game against Nepal. Hopefully win that game. You know, that will happen. I think Australia is not going out of AFC for sure, and that will remain rumors. Regarding people asking repetitive question, I'm ending this stream. You go and watch it again. There are lots of stuff which I've discussed about CAF, SAFF. You will get your all doubts clear. So guys, thank you for watching. I will see you again on Sunday. You watch out for Mohammad Neville interview, which will be live tomorrow on our channel for sure. Thank you.